Hi everyone, today is Wednesday, August 17th. I'm Marv Eisen of Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. And today I want to go over some of the things that I've been talking about when I do my videos in trying to get people to learn how to become better traders. Now, of course, you can take my course, and I hope you do, at timelessdollar.com, but I talk a lot about the trading zone, and I want to show you what it is, what goes into it every day. I calculate the trading zone every day, and each day I make these numbers available through a subscription. It's not free, but it's not expensive either. And I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what I go through every day in order to produce these numbers. The trading zone calculations are based on the measurement of movements from highs to lows and lows to highs from day to day, and then on an average. And it is complicated. It's not simple, and it takes a lot of work that goes into it. And I want to start my video today by showing you what I do. First, I start with, and here's my daily trading zone calculation sheet. I start with the open, the high, the low, and the close. 4 numbers: open, high, low, close. That's it. And then I go about my measurements, okay? And here are my measurements. Here's what I go through every day in order to calculate these trading zone numbers. And I put together a lot of calculations that go into it. As you can see, it takes a good deal of work. And here's what the results of those calculations are. And here's the S&P E-mini. I'm picking a random day. This is August 10th, okay? This is August 10th. Now, the trading zone, a lot of numbers, but it comes down to 2 things: a support number, a resistance number. That's it, a support number and resistance number. And of course, knowing support and resistance, I can measure the range from one to the other. So I know the support, I know the resistance, and I know the range between the two of them. The trick to using the trading zone is to find out where the intraday high or low is. And that's it. You can be very successful if you learn how to use the trading zone. And I'm not denigrating other methods of learning how to trade. I'm not denigrating learning support and resistance on their own, learning trading setups, time and price trades, and day of the week trades. But the trading zone is a critical measurement, and it's based not on seat of the pants, not on observations, but on arithmetic. And here are the results. If you know the trading zone and you know where the intraday high or low is, you can place the trading zone on your chart in a way that tells you where the market is going to go. This was a typical day, and remember, I put the trading zone on my chart the evening before the next day's trade. So I have this trading zone, this green rectangle on my chart before the market even opens. And if I know where the intraday high or low is, I know where the market is likely to go. Now, in this case, the market opened 9:30, right about over here, right in the middle of the trading zone, in the middle of nowhere, okay? But nevertheless, my trading zone was on my chart, and I took my trading zone and I placed it where the intraday high or low was. And the intraday low was put in first. It's critical to know whether we're talking about the intraday high or the intraday low. But using the trading zone depends on having this information. Here's the intraday low. Here's the trading zone. Where did the market top out? Right over here. So knowing the market put in a low over here. Now, this is the trick, right? This is the trick. Knowing the market put in a low over here, I would figure that wherever I went in after that, the market was going to trade up to my resistance level at the trading zone, okay? Simple, okay? Now, and I'm not talking about the trade setups within the day's trading. That's something else, completely different. The trading zone is for a much more broad way of trading the market. Here's another day. The trading zone was put on the chart. The market opened way up here, okay? So My trading zone was down here. Was it logical to assume that the price was going to trade down to the trading zone? Well, it did, but I didn't leave well enough alone here. The market opened over here, okay, traded up over here, and then started tailing off. So I could make an assumption right here at about 10:15 that this was the intraday high. So I take my trading zone and I transpose it. I basically clone it, and I move it up to the intraday high. In this case, the intraday high. Move it up right here. Okay. Let me recolor this so you can see it a little more clearly. Okay. So this was my transposed trading zone. So the market went up over here. Where did it go? Well, if I figured that this was my intraday high and I moved my trading zone up to here, I figure the market is going to trade down to here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, traded down to here. And that's my jumping off point. After that, the market ultimately traded down to the previous day's close area of value. But using the trading zone, taking a trade, following the realization or the guess or the assumption that I know where the intraday high is, my trading zone, I move it up to the intraday high, I figure the market is going to trade down to here. And it did, okay? Another day, here is my trading zone. The market opened in the middle of the trading zone, okay? Traded down, up and down, very volatile in the morning, as you can see, okay? And then what happened? Well, if this was my intraday low, of course I could take my trading zone again. I can clone it up here, copy and move it. So I figured that the market was going to end over here, around up here somewhere. And it did, okay? Let's get rid of this. So let me go to another day. Trading zone was placed on the chart the night before. The market opened right over here at 42.58. Closed the gap, quickly closed the gap. Where was it going to go? Well, this was my intraday. Well, the intraday low was of course down here. I could move my trading zone up and figure that the market was going to trade higher, but nevertheless, market traded. Where did it trade? Top of my trading zone. Another day. Let's go to another day, okay? Here, the market opened right over here at 42.87 and quickly closed the gap, and then very volatile in the morning, but here was the intraday low. Okay, intraday low was here. I moved my trading zone up. I could do that. But nevertheless, where's the market going to go? Right where my trading zone tells me it is going to go. So that is how you use the trading zone. If you can learn this trick, if you know the trading zone numbers here, this is today. This is today, August 17th, okay? Here's the intraday low. Let me transpose this just so you guys, if you're trading in the afternoon, you can get a sense of where the market is likely to go. I'm going to move this is likely to be the intraday low, okay? Here's the intraday low. The market is right just below my transpose. Market should trade around up here to 43.06. That's probably where the market is going to go today, okay? So that's how you use the trading zone. And if you know how to calculate the trading zone, great. I show it. I teach it in my course at timelessdollar.com. You can learn it in my course, or you can read several books that'll teach you how to do it. It's not an easy calculation. Or you can just simply purchase it from me as a subscription and learn how to use it, and you can make money trading like a pro. So that's my video for today. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. When you trade, use a lot of patience. It takes some time to learn where the intraday high or low is. Sometimes it's not put in right away, but it usually is in the first half hour, certainly an hour. Nevertheless, if you can learn these techniques, it'll make you a much better trader. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar.